Boom, boom. All right. We're just getting started. So, on that note, what we're going to do tonight is get everything packed up. Excuse me. Get everything packed up for ice camping. Just don't want to go too fast because I want to make sure that everybody that's joining can get the input. But basically, I'm just going to be going through all my stuff. I'm not going to be like relining my reels and all that, but basically just going to be showing you the items that I'm bringing and packing it into my little cat cutter. Some stuff needs to be cleaned because it has not been since last season, and we figured that out when we were out at Morapon. So, like, I got to clean my table, and I want to get my little Coleman stove up here and fire it up, make sure she's going to work, and make sure everything's ready to go. So it should be pretty interesting. We are going ice camping from Friday until Sunday afternoon over to Lake George and Canaan. We're targeting rainbows, browns, I hear, and some. I guess they might have stalked it with salmon, from what Kenny was saying. We trolled it this summer, so we caught a few rainbows over there. So we're gonna try putting our shacks and everything over there. And being there for the weekend, we should have enough time to catch some nice fish. I'll let you guys see that. So I welcome everybody, and I guess we'll just get started. I appreciate everybody. Before I go on to that, the channel has been doing incredibly awesome lately. Subscribers are coming out of the woodwork. I really appreciate that. I mean, it's almost so crazy that it's overwhelming. Not that I don't like it, just it's like, wow, finally I'm getting a little bit of recognition, and I appreciate that greatly. So anyways, we're gonna get started. Guess we'll start. I gotta grab the Coleman stove. My little Coleman 2-burner. Try to turn this a little bit for you. Needs to be cleaned, wiped down, because it has not been. We fished George quite a bit. We always go pretty much in the same area when we're out there. So we're gonna go try a totally different spot. And everybody, if you're going ice fishing this weekend, hey DF, welcome. If you're going ice fishing this weekend and you want to come up to George and you want to come fish with us, you're more than welcome. More the merrier. We have no problems with that. So, anyways, I got some Clorox wipes. I'm gonna just try to wipe this thing down a little bit first. Had a couple of seasons with this thing, and I lack on cleaning things sometimes. But yeah, so I'm gonna get everything ready. I know the snowmobile's ready to go because we've been doing some trail cleaning, which I hope everybody has appreciated that. We got out there the other day with the snowmobiles, and the chainsaw got pinched because I'm not a professional logger. Come on, don't do that. But anyways, yeah, so luckily Kenny was on his way to get eggs for my mom, because my mom gets eggs and she has an overabundance, so he comes over and he buys a few here and there. But yeah, so the chainsaw got pinched, and then we were debating on how we were going to go any further, because after that storm there was so many trees down that we couldn't freaking, we couldn't go any further without the chainsaw. So, anyways, yeah, we got quite a ways. Cleaned up a bunch of trees. We didn't get all of them because the fact that nobody else is buying me a bar or a chain or supporting me with gas for the chainsaw to cut open these trails. So I did my fair share so I could ride the trails. There was a few people out there on the other side, more towards Newport Ridge Road area, and they had gone through, which was cool to see that we weren't the first ones on that side. But they, instead of stopping and moving a tree or cleaning up anything, they just pretty much just hammered through, which I did a little bit because, we were tired. But anyways, yeah, on to new subject. Snowmobile's fine. So Nicholas has got his, Kenny's got his sled. I got my little cat cutter. Kenny's got his jet sled that he had his brother-in-law build a box on so he could carry more stuff, which is pretty neat. We're going to go out to George and we're going to do some ice fishing. We're going to spend the whole weekend. So like I said, everybody's welcome. If you want to stop by and fish with us, then come on out and we'll see if you can help us, accomplish the goal of catching a rainbow out there through the ice. We have not yet caught a rainbow through the ice. So anyways, throw this away. I'm going to fire this puppy up, make sure it's all working, which I know it does work. Like I said, it's been a while and I want to make sure everything's working before we go. But if anybody has any questions or anything, go ahead and ask away and I'll be happy to answer all of your questions. Need a tank of gas. Should be fun. We use Kenny's shack, which can fit me, Nicholas, and him in it. When we go to sleep, Nicholas has an air mattress that we blow up. It fits in between the two cots that me and Kenny sleep on. Stand this back up so that. Watch out. But anyway, yeah, and then fits all of us in. And then we use my ice shack as like the bathroom, the kitchen, just so you have a little privacy. What's going on, Easy? Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you and DF here. Just talking about my ice fishing trip that's coming up. Should be pretty fun. Can't wait. Gonna go through a bunch of stuff. I got to choose some freeze-dried food to bring. Where is my lighter? Just testing out, making sure my stove's still working. We got a flame. So that's all good. Try this one. Ever faithful Coleman, working great. So that's good. Very nice, Ezra. What an idiot. Unhook the wrong side, Aaron. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Going through stuff. I'll show you all my stuff. And then we're gonna pack it into the cat cutter, which I had to build a bracket for. That came out pretty good. Needs a little bit of adjustment so that it don't spin. The end of it spins, and I got it tightened up now. but I just gotta adjust it a little bit more. So that stove is ready to go. And we'll put that back over here. We'll pack everything eventually. Just show you guys everything I got. This is my scoop with your measurements. And that's gonna go over there. Something I got that we'll go through a little bit. This is a good thing to have with your metal detecting. Whether you're adventuring, going up mountains, going through, off the cliff sides of the ocean, metal detecting, or adventuring, or just having your vehicle. I bought this. Can't remember the price. It was not that bad. I think it was like $175 maybe. But this has everything you could possibly need inside. You got your first aid mask, a bunch of gauze. I always bring this with me most times everywhere I go. Oh, well, make sure you let me know, Ezra, and I'll definitely be there to watch that. You got your eye wash. It's empty. Huh. Must have froze and popped. But you got all kinds of like pads and stuff like that. Hand sanitizer, emergency whistle, which I don't know whether I ever put anything inside of it. No, I did not. But it's in there. You know, this book, first aid guide, all that stuff. Pretty good bag. I mean, it comes with everything with it. Then in the medium pouch, you got bandage, a couple bandages, some more pads with band-aids and butterfly band-aids and tongue suppressors. Came with a stethoscope and blood pressure cuff. It's got your universal splint. All pretty good stuff to have. Yeah, it did. It did, Ezra. It sprung a leak. I've had this bag for a few years, so, you know, it's got to be updated a little bit. In the big pouch, you got your heavy-duty pads, you know, for bleeding. You got some ice packs. You got a collar in case somebody, you know, seriously gets hurt. Your multi-trauma dressings. It's got all your, like, your little, like, towelettes and, you know, burn cream and soap and gel and just stuff to clean wounds and all that. This kit actually came with the thing that your scissors and all that. It actually has the stuff in it to do stitches and all that too. A little story about this kit. I bought this kit I am going to George and Canaan, and we are going to stay for from Friday until Sunday afternoon, depending on if we're catching fish on Sunday, type of deal. But yeah, like I was telling everybody, you're welcome to come out and fish with us if you'd like to. We'll have some hot dogs or something. It'll be pretty cool. But what I was saying was my dog got a problem with his ear where it swelled up, and he basically he got ear mites, and he kept shaking his head and his ear swelled up. I can't remember what they call it, but I talked to the vet, and the vet's like, all we're gonna do is drain it. And so I hated doing it. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I took the scalpel out of this bag and I drained his ear myself, and bandaged it up and everything, and then his ear got better. Now they're just like, I don't know what to call it. You know, when a boxer gets punched in the ear a lot, they call it cauliflower ear. Well, that's basically like what happened to him. But he's fine now, and saved me a bunch of money. It was a hard thing to do though, because nobody wants to take a scalpel and cut their dog's ear open. But yeah, that's this bag. You can get one right online. I can't remember the site. Like I said, I've had it for a few years, but that's pretty much ready to go. So we'll put that over there. Next thing on the list is I want to show you guys the battery I got. So, the DeWalt comes with those little skinny, thin batteries. And I've been suffering for the past couple of years ice fishing. So I splurged and spent the money. And I got this DeWalt 20 volt, 5-hour battery. And I'm telling you what, the other day when me and Seth and my son went out fishing, we drilled 15 holes. And this thing had only used 1 bar. Definitely worth the money. I'll tell you right now, it's expensive. Cost me $183 for this battery. $183. I mean, that's insane. And it's probably because, I don't know, lithium or whatever they make it out of. But I'm charging that right now. So Kenny's gonna have his ice auger, which is a Strike Master. So that's a pretty great auger. Well, when you're doing what I'm doing, I have I have 2 batteries that go with my DeWalt DF, and I can drill 2, 3, maybe 4 holes, and I have to switch batteries. With this one, I drilled 15 holes, so you know I can't borrow Kenny's auger every time I go somewhere or something. You know what I mean? So, and when I'm out there, when you go ice fishing, you know you want to bring your own stuff. You don't want to rely on your buddy that's bringing stuff. You want to bring your own stuff. He brings his stuff. If his stuff breaks or your stuff breaks or whatnot, you can work together as a team. You know, so this cost me the most. Besides my brand new GoPro 12, cost me quite a bit. But anyways, yeah, let me put that back on the charge. So we got all that. And then we got, I'll train you guys over here. Don't mind the garage. She's a mess. Obviously got my ice traps, three jacks, and 2 Heritage traps. We got my auger, my K-drill, which is not a bad auger. I mean, everybody buys their own and then believes in it 100%, which I don't blame you. If I was gonna ever buy another one, I'm gonna go with the Strike Master, because man, as long as the batteries are charged, that thing never has an issue, and it will almost last indefinitely as long as the batteries are charged, obviously. But the K-drill, if you drill your hole and then you set it in the snow, it'll form the ice up on the end of it, and you're not going to drill a hole until you chip that ice off, which is probably the same with most augers. But yeah, it works pretty good, and I've enjoyed it since I bought it. It was like, I don't know what it was, like $200 at Walmart. Then I got my son's traps. I got my tackle box I'm bringing. It's got sinkers and more hooks and all that stuff in it. So it's even got some other lures that I might try while we're there. I did have an idea of getting some motion censored lights that I could put in the ice near my ice traps so we could fish at night. When the flag went off, it would set off the light. I never had the chance to get those. Maybe before ice fishing season's over, I will get those and we'll give her a try, but I haven't got to that. So, and then obviously we got my ice shack. What I want to do now is set up my table. This table, interesting story, I was doing junking and it was on the side of the road in a junk pile. Nothing wrong with it. Don't even know why the people threw it away. I did not know that. Huh, maybe I did. I'm not sure though. Sylvia said there's a fishing derby on February 18th at Lake George. I might have to get in on that. Well, actually, I think the 17th is the Messalonsky Fishing Derby, which I've been invited to be their special guest, which is pretty amazing and awesome, and I'm super happy and stoked about. But they want me to read off all the fish, the big fish that are won and all that, which is going to be awesome. Yeah, pretty cool. Maybe I'll make that one at George. But yeah, this table is filthy. The last time me and Kenny went ice fishing, so I gotta clean that. I didn't even know it was that dirty. Like, how does it get that dirty ice fishing? Probably because it's cold and you don't want to deal with it. Hey, how you doing, Bill? Welcome. I think the K-Drill uses more battery than the Strike Master as well. Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true. Big fan of the Strike Master for sure. Big fan. Ever since Kenny bought it, and I think it's 40 volt. Could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. So anyways, let's get this table cleaned up. I was supposed to have some Outdoors with Aaron hoodies come in today. For some reason, they sent it to the wrong address or something. Well, they did. They sent it to my to Newport without an address on it, and everything's supposed to come here. I don't know what happened. But anyways, yeah, they were Outdoors with Aaron sweatshirts. They're in my store. I changed the logo. Most people have it on the front or on the back. I put the logo about right here. So I just wanted to be a little bit different because you know me, I'm Outdoors with Aaron. I got to be different. But yeah, you can go check those out. You're not obligated to buy anything, but everything you do buy helps me out a little bit. This thing is nasty. I don't even know what's on it. Welcome, Josh. I appreciate everybody stopping in. Basically, going through all my stuff. We're going to Lake George to do some ice fishing for the weekend. Trying to target rainbows and brookies or whatever else is there. I don't even care what we catch, as long as we're catching. George can be slow. If you've ever fished there, then you know what I mean. we always fish. You go from the landing, not the first landing, but up by where they have all the picnic tables and stuff. We usually go off to the right side or in the middle. This time we're going off to the back side by all the camps over there. See what we can come up with this time. Be nice to catch a rainbow. We caught a bunch of rainbows over there trolling during the summer. Man, this table is disgusting. Is it St. George? We're going to Canaan. I think it's just called George, ain't it? I don't know. I get them confused. I always call it Lake George. We're going to Canaan though. Last time I was out there by myself, if you scroll back through my videos quite a ways, it was like 11 below, and I was out there fishing and trying to make eggs in a basket, and I was freezing, I was shivering. You could see the wind trying to penetrate my ice shack. It was pretty crazy. And that's the same day that the biologist showed up and hung out for a little bit, watched me catch some fish, which is pretty neat. I was a little bit more nervous about recording people and stuff then, so I didn't record him much, if any, but I've gotten over that little bug for sure. Well, this thing ain't gonna be perfect, but she'll be cleaner than it was. Well, I appreciate everybody stopping in and checking it out and enjoying the live, seeing what I'm doing. For sure, this thing's a lot better than it was. Should be good enough. It's just gonna probably get messy again anyways. And that is that. All right. But yeah, it's a pretty good table, and it's lasted a few years from a junk pile on the side of the road. It's light, and when you're ice fishing, you want as much of your stuff to be light as possible and easy to pack in and out. So that's that. And then obviously I got this little chair. And a couple more camp chairs. We got our tanks of fuel. I'm gonna sit down again for a minute. Kenny's bringing the, he's got a heat hog. It's not a buddy heater. Well, I mean, everybody calls it a buddy heater, but it's called a heat hog. It has double cell. That will run the big ice shack most of the time, keep us warm. I got my brand new buddy heater, which I can grab that and show you. Put it in the pile with stuff I gotta. Everybody knows what a buddy heater looks like. I know. Brand new buddy heater. Bringing that as a backup. Read some of these comments. Appreciate everybody stopping in, that's for sure. I did fix the other butter heater, the one I was working on, but it had mice living in it, and they chewed on it like they do. They chewed on the gas line that went to the pilot, so it was leaking. So I tried to fix it, tried to seal it, no avail. So I just ended up getting a new one. It's getting warm in here. So yeah. Don't ask, don't tell, Josh. But I got that, and then my Eskimo ice shack. Got to still pick up some food. I'm bringing some other food besides freeze-dried stuff, but we got some stuff like freeze-dried corn, freeze-dried mashed potatoes, stuff like that. It's super light, and once you rehydrate it, it's beautiful. The corn itself is like amazing once it's rehydrated. So, on that note, anybody ever fished at George in Canaan or caught anything? Any tips, pointers? Anybody going ice fishing this weekend? We're gonna pack that up here soon. I just figured I would go through that a little bit, talk about shit. I also got my boots. I bought these boots, and one of the soles, I don't remember which one it was this one, popped right off. Paid $142 for them. It lasted me one season basically, and I started to get ready to wear them the next ice fishing season, and the bottom came off. So I took them. Well, I called the place I got them, the shoe place in Newport, and it was like a week past their warranty or whatever. So they said they couldn't honor the warranty. So I ended up freaking trying to fix them myself. Hopefully they don't leak. As you can see, don't use Gorilla Glue. But should be waterproof. I glued them right up like you wouldn't believe, and then used the Dremel and cleaned them up, and then just spray painted them black so you couldn't see the glue. Oh, nice. Bunch of fishing derbies coming on, I guess. Bill Lavoie. Josh Staples said, I have last year. It was slow. He did the derby. Yeah, it's like I said, it can be slow over there. It definitely can. But you can catch some good fish, and it's deep. And then Bill Lavoie said, the Wilson Holland Strong Derby is Saturday. DF said, my son owns 1 square foot of property on the island on Lake St. George. The card game Cards Against Humanity bought the island and separated it into 1 foot squares. That's interesting. Sylvia said, we fished there last year at the Derby. We didn't catch anything, but they gave out a ton of prizes. Well, that's the fun of it, you know. You don't always catch anything, but definitely catching makes it so much funner. And then, yeah, I know. I went in there. I called the shoe place in Newport, and they said they had the shoe goo. I went in, and he said, "Oh, we're out. We've had so many people asking about it." And then he told me to bring my boots in, and he had some industrial shoe cement that he would glue it. And you know me, I just did it myself. Taxes on 1 square foot. I don't remember where else it was. Was it Old Orchard Beach? I think that did that or something like that. They sold 1 square foot portions of land. So, anyways, when we were a funny story is I was out cutting all those trees with the little cat cutter. I call it cat cutter jet sled, but and I had the chainsaw and the oil in it, and I hit a bump, and the chainsaw moved and punctured the bar and chain oil, and it leaked all through the bottom of my little cat cutter. I didn't know it. I got home, parked it, took the chainsaw out, just left the oil in there. Came out the next morning, and there was oil all over the place. So I had to sit out there with a shovel and scrape all that oil up because I didn't want it to get in the ground. It's shit that happens, I tell you. That's funny, DF. $1,000 taxes because it's waterfront property. Well, what happens if you buy the 1 foot square behind somebody else that's in somebody's in front of you? There's people in front of you. Would it be waterfront property then? If somebody owns the piece in front of you? But yeah, so Kenny's got he's got his snowmobiles all loaded up. He's coming over here Friday morning. We're gonna load up everything. Nicholas is going too, my son, so that should be cool. I'm gonna load his sled, my sled, and Kenny's sled should already be on there. And then we're gonna put my cat cutter in the back of the truck, and then we're gonna head over, get all set up. Should be a great time. And like I said, if anybody else wants to come out and fish with us for the day or something, you're more than welcome. It'd be cool to see people. I'll give you guys some stickers if you ain't got one. Right away tags. Hey, Mom, what's up? Welcome to the stream. All right, now we're gonna try to load some of this stuff into the sled. Bear with me here. First time loading this thing, so I don't even know how I'm going to do it yet. That's going to go in last then. Traps. Auger. Yeah, this is going to be a freaking puzzle. So I don't want the traps on the bottom. Get all the stuff that ain't gonna get broke in there first. Yep, it's definitely a project. It's a nice car. I don't know the exact amount of ice out there. I know there's been people out there. I'm actually probably going to take a ride up beforehand and take a look. We were out there earlier in the season, and it wasn't safe at all. But we only decided on George because we've never camped there, for one, and every time we go it's slow, so we figured if we spent a weekend, we make your chances greater to catch something. All right, so what else do I gotta shove in there? And I'm sure there's still a few little things that I'll put in afterwards. Best Buy, man, I got that for $450. And there ain't a thing wrong with it. There ain't even a rip in the seat. And I don't have to bring my propane because Kenny's bringing 2 tanks. I just gotta bring the little ones, which I should put in there. And then I got flashlights and stuff like that. Welcome, young man. I didn't even know you were here. I appreciate it. Catch you later, DF. Have fun yourself. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. 5 days ago, there was 6 to 8 inches at George, and someone did a video of driving a tracked ATV on it. Well, that's good to know. Wally said you might want to try worms. We were actually thinking about that. Never hurts, right? All right, I gotta use the restroom real quick, and then we'll finish getting the rest of the stuff in there. All right, so like I was saying, if anybody's available and wants to go fishing and fish a derby, the Messalonsky Fishing Derby, they have a lot of great prizes. They have prizes from Jack Traps. They have prizes from a lot of different people. The top prize, don't quote me on it, I think it was like $1,200, something like that. I don't know for sure. I can't remember off the top of my head, I mean. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty good derby. I'm going to be there. Kenny's going. Probably a lot of other people that I know, maybe. But yeah, stop out and swing in and say hi. All right. So I got my traps in there. I got Nicholas's traps. All right, now we're going to go through some dehydrated camp food. I got a few items. That I'm not bringing. So right here I got some freeze-dried chicken Alfredo, which is going, cubed potatoes, that's going, and this is the corn, which this is delicious. All freeze-dried by my mother, so that should be good. I got to bring eggs. And some other stuff, which I haven't really decided on the food yet. So, should be a super good time. Don't forget this one, brand new. So yeah, let me see what other. I mean, coming in March. I think it's March 5th. Is the Plymouth Fishing Derby, which they're already selling raffle tickets. I think, or derby tickets at the Plymouth store. Which I also found out earlier today when I was down there. The Plymouth store has bait for ice fishing. You can also get bait in Carmel at the Village Market. And you can obviously get bait at the Trading Post in Newport. So there's plenty of places right in this area to get some bait if you need it. Yeah, I talked my head off. Now it's time to chill for a second. Anybody got any questions? I feel like a teacher. You got any questions? Would you like to ask any questions? I need to take a break for a second. That was a lot of talking. I got some snowmobiling videos. I got the trail from the West Etna Road, the bridge on the West Etna Road in Etna, all the way to Plymouth store is opened up. It's not opened up for a groomer, but it's opened up enough so you can get through with a sled. I cleared out as much as I could on my own power. So that's passable. Then we went from Plymouth store towards the interstate all the way to the Ridge Road, to the tree farm on the Ridge Road. And then we went across and we went back towards Plymouth, up through going towards Troy. Cleared out a few trees that way. One thing that did kind of piss me off is somebody had rode sleds before we went through, and they ran over some of the little trees at the tree farm. I mean, if you're gonna go out with your sled, like all these reels you see and everything, and people got these super powerful, high-powered sleds, which I don't, but they want to ride wheelies and they want to be all cool and everything. They want to go 100 down the trails. Like, those are the people I'm worried about, because like I don't have the money for a freaking $20,000 sled, and you're going 100 miles an hour down through a trail with corners and all this, and you're not respecting anybody else or other people's property. Like, that's the biggest thing. That tree farm right there, that's a big crossing of trails to go a bunch of different directions, and by you running over their little trees, that's going to cancel out them wanting to have the trail going through there. I saw two little trees that they just planted, probably about this tall, probably not even a foot tall, that were flattened right out and broke right off by somebody running over them. Like, don't be ignorant. Like, if I'm behind you and I see you do that and you stop, I'm going to rip you right off your snowmobile and tell you about it, because that's fucking ignorant. So, pardon my language, but that kind of aggravates me. I don't do that shit. I respect landowners. Like, if I come onto a trail and it's not marked, like on my last video, we came out to the Ridge Road, got going by where the old Pop's General Store was. Going down the road, you could see a marker there. I didn't know that the trail was right there. I couldn't tell. So we went right down the road, and then we noticed down this other road there was a trail marker sign. So we had to drive down the road, which I didn't want to do. I didn't, you know what I mean? But that's what we didn't know where the trail was. And then we get going down that trail, and the signs all disappeared, and we're right out behind somebody's house. I mean, like, I didn't go freaking hammering around all over the place. I mean, we were in a field when I was looking for the trail, but as soon as we couldn't find it, we just headed right out. But I mean, that was only because there was no trail markers. But just respect landowners, because they're the ones that are going to let you ride. And every time somebody does something stupid, they take down a trail, you're not going to be able to ride. They're going to have to find another landowner that's willing to let them go across there. And if there aren't none, then the trail ends and they have to figure out a whole new way and make a whole new trail. So, yeah, they do, Easy. I just had to rant for a second because, like, seeing those little trees that those, you know, that's just people's, like, living. That's their way they make their money, by selling them Christmas trees. And you flattened out two of them. Well, I don't know how much Christmas trees go for, 25, 50 bucks a piece. You know, you just took $50 out of their pocket. You know what I mean? Like, or whatever. Maybe they're more than that. I don't know. I haven't bought a Christmas tree in years, but, you know, it's just a point. Just don't do it. You know, watch what you're doing. You know, I'm not telling you that your awesome sled that's freaking going to go 100 and do a wheelie isn't cool. I enjoy that. It's just respect things. Like when we were out at Harlow, me and Kenny, we were sitting there fishing, and these guys are racing back and forth on the lake. I have no problem with you wanting to race. Like, we get into an open field, me and my buddies, we freaking line up and race across the field because it's fun. But, like, we had our ice traps all sitting there in lines, and these guys were going through our ice traps to turn around. And then parking next to them and then hammering. You know what I mean? I'm sure it doesn't bother the fish that bad, but it's just a point. You know, we're sitting there ice fishing. We're not snowmobiling. And you should have that amount of respect to not drive through somebody's ice traps. I mean, I wouldn't. I would not drive through somebody's ice traps. Unless the snowmobile trail's going that way and you put your traps in the snowmobile trail, then I'm going to drive through your ice traps because that's the snowmobile trail, and you probably shouldn't have put your trap there. You know, but I'm not going to do 100 and try to scare the fish away on you. All right, I'm done ranting. Sorry about that, but it's just the point. Have respect for the freaking landowners. Because I want to be able to ride my snowmobile. I don't want to freaking have to, you know, ride down the road and burn the skags off the skis. So I pretty much got all that stuff packed up. For now, I gotta wait to finish putting the ice shack and you know, the batteries and all that stuff in there. I gotta wait for that because I gotta wait for Nicholas, because, you know, kids, you tell him I need all your stuff out here so I can pack it up. What, you know, and all he brings me is his ice traps. So I gotta wait for him to make sure he's got everything he needs. I got flashlights that are charging. Our plan is to put the ice traps out a ways away from the ice shack during the day, and then when it starts getting dark, put them closer to the shack in like a circle or something around the shack, so we can do a little bit of night fishing. Mega Bros said, "You are in the ship." Okay, I'm in the ship. So, anyways, I got a bunch of videos that have come out. I got a short that's going crazy. People are calling me a poacher. They're calling me a monster. And I like the monster one because I always say, I'm a monster. What kind of monster am I? Can I be a cookie monster? But yeah, I mean, I showed a bunch of deer that day on that particular short video that I made. Kenny had accidentally scheduled 20 deer to come in, and we, we were only taking 10 a day, so we ended up with 20 deer. So I was just being foolish and was like, oh, I don't see no deer. But it was pretty interesting. So also for power, we have a Jackery, which is almost charged. I got to finish charging it. I can charge the auger batteries, charge cell phones, flashlights, all that stuff with that, which I'll put over. Well, it's going to stay here because it's not ready to go. I also had a donation given to me by Joyce Spencer, a whole bunch of GoPro parts and mounts and stuff like that. I'm gonna have my GoPro 11 and the new GoPro 12 with me, plus my Canon, so I can get some nice pictures. So it should be a great time. It should be a really great time. And I don't know, but as if we might ice camp for the Messalonskee Derby. I think Kenny wanted to ice camp for the Plymouth Derby. Just so we're there and set up and we can enjoy it. We don't have to get there for the Derby and set all up and all that. You're speaking some kind of other language there, Mega Bros. I can't understand it. But yeah, so I mean, if anybody's got any questions or if you want to know, when we're going to be there exactly or anything, then feel free to comment. Ethan Tapley. Hey Aaron, love the videos. I live right over near Ellsworth if you're ever interested in going fishing. Also, where are you going ice camping? Me and my friend are ice camping for the Great Pond Derby. We are going to Canaan to Lake George. And we're going to stay from Friday until Sunday afternoon. I'll definitely be letting people know if I'm ever out that way. I've never ice fished anywhere out towards Ellsworth out that way. I appreciate you stopping in. Thanks for that question. That was pretty great. I appreciate you enjoying the videos. I just try to keep it real, man. I'm from Maine. I'm a normal Maine guy. I don't do everything perfectly, and I never claim to be a professional ice fisherman. I've really just got into it in the past probably 5 years. So, it really took a liking to it. So I try different things. I do stupid shit sometimes. Like, I tried using chicken, rotten chicken to catch pike. The game warden showed up and she was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Chicken." She's like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Is that illegal?" And she's like, "No." She's like, "Go ahead." And she's like, "I just never seen anybody try to use chicken." I've tried using Jello chicken. I guess down south they take Jello and they put chicken in it and they cut it in cubes and they put it in the Jello and they mix it all up, red Jello, and it catches fish like crazy. So I tried that up here, didn't catch a thing. But I do that now and then. I try weird things. I'm not sure if there's cusk in there. Never caught one. I know I've caught some cusk out of Great Moose Lake in Heartland, but we'll find out this weekend. I looked at the thing. I just can't remember off the top of my head. I'm very bad with my memory, remembering and stuff. But like I said, if there's one out there, we'll probably catch it this weekend. I know there's mud puppies in Messalonskee, and I've never caught one. I was hoping to catch one to put it on video the last year, but we didn't catch one. Nice. What date is the what was it, the Great Pond Derby? What date is that? Ethan or Josh? Oh, it's this Saturday. Oh, well, I guess I won't be uh, part of that one, but maybe next year or something. Pretty cool though. I'm glad to see all these derbies getting going and people are fishing. That makes me happy. Makes me super excited to hear about everybody getting out, taking their families out, and just doing this stuff. It's, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do, and I like to record it and post it for you guys. So, you know, um, I got a group on Facebook. You're more than welcome to join that group on Facebook. It's Outdoors There on Facebook. Join it, and if you take any pictures or if you win the derby or something like that, you're more than welcome to post your adventures and all that there. So, and then I'll be able to see it. Super interested. Operation Reboot is the host. What is Operation Reboot? As you can see, I pretty much just stick to myself. I'm not one of those people, like, I don't even watch the local news. Like, the only thing I can say about that is, like, watching the local news for me is like watching about all the bad things that happen in the state of Maine, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? I want good things to happen, and watching all that, all you hear is either Little Miss Jane from Ellsworth, it just hit 133 years old today, and everybody brought her a piece of cake. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy that she's made it as long as she did, but it's not interesting to me. It's like, blah. You know what I mean? Oh, very nice. So Operation Reboot helps veterans. I like that. That's pretty neat. I don't know why. I mean, I didn't know that, but I am glad to know that now. That's awesome. And the little drone. I've got so many comments that I need a drone, and man, I had a drone, and like I said, for some reason it just took off on me, and it did not want to turn around. It didn't want to land. Didn't want to do nothing. I had no control. I lost the drone completely, and costing me money. And maybe it's because it was only like $100 and something drone, but I just don't want to pay a bunch of money for a drone and then lose it again. Like, that would be horrible. I'm gonna have to look up this Operation Reboot. That sounds very awesome. I think I have. Now I'm starting to think that I've heard of it before. But that's pretty awesome. I'm glad that they're doing that. Yeah. Josh Staples said the prices are coming down, but I can't seem to pull the trigger. That's where I'm at. I mean, um, honestly, I've been trying to get sponsors. I've been trying to get people to donate a little bit to my channel to help me out. Some people have. I hate to even talking about it because I feel like every time I do, people just don't want to hear about it, and it's not even about begging, but like I said, like all this stuff costs money, and everything I do costs money, and like I had to buy a brand new camera that was $300 and something. I had to buy that battery $180. You know what I mean? Like bam, 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 and the more you do the stuff, the more it costs. And my metal detectors, they cost money. Everything costs money, and and I get it. I'm the one that chose to do this, and so therefore I've been doing what I got to do and trying to make it by, and you know, accidents happen, like breaking my last GoPro. But if anybody is interested in donating towards my cause to do these ice fishing derbies and to do all this ice fishing and stuff, I dropped that link down below. It's for my PayPal. It's up to you. I also have a store where you can get stickers and all that, you know. So every little bit helps. I'd appreciate it. But not in any way am I sitting here begging you and telling you to give me money. Like I'm not doing that. It's there at your convenience if you want to help. Like getting the 12, I didn't want to buy the 12, but my 11's broke. Because I was down there trying to get my Jeep unstuck, and I set it on the hood and it slid down the back of the hood, and when I went to close the hood I didn't know that because I forgot that I put it there, cracked the screen, and then had to replace it because I do metal detecting in rivers and I need a waterproof camera, and if I want to be able to record ice fishing, you know, and stick the camera down the hole so you can see the fish and you can get all these great pictures, I have to be able to have a waterproof camera. So that's why I bought the 12. Well, that's good to know. Thanks for that information, Ethan. Yeah, please do, man. It's you got to go into my about stuff, or you go into Outdoors with Aaron on YouTube, and you scroll through the community, you know, all that stuff across, and the store's right there. I haven't figured out how to put it so it's right underneath when you go to my channel. Like, yeah, I see it all the time. Everybody does that, but I have not figured that out. I go one thing at a time. But I appreciate it if you'll take a look. Definitely, for sure. It's going to be a fun weekend, and I'm going to get as much footage. I might even try to do a live while I'm out there, so keep an eye out for that. Depends on the signal. Like I said in some other live videos and stuff, I'm looking into saving money to get Starlink, so that like when I go out northern Maine woods and like when I went to the ghost trains and stuff like that, I can actually do a live, so I can bring you guys with me. Even show you the way to get there, or if I go and find something cool and people really want to see it, I can actually show you stuff like that. But right now, I mean, the state of Maine is in and out with the signal. You go up north and you're not doing nothing. Last year when I went to Chamberlain, the last thing I posted was last known location of Outdoors with Aaron, and then we were at Chamberlain Lake. There's no signal for your cell phone, so it is what it is. I definitely appreciate all the people coming in and watching and enjoying this live stream. It's probably one of the best ones I've done so far. We got the sled almost loaded. I'm going to do a little bit more work to that. Get all the little fine details and little things I need. I got some fireworks over there. Maybe I'll bring some of those. That'll be interesting. But yeah, we're going to have a good time, and I hope everybody enjoys it. See if we can catch some rainbows. That's the goal. I want to catch a rainbow through the ice at George in Canaan. I'm trying to think if I got. Oh, like I was saying earlier, I ordered some Outdoors with Aaron t-shirts. I mean, sweatshirts, hoodies, and they were supposed to be here today. The shipping got messed up somehow. So I don't have them for this video, so I didn't tag them in the video. But yeah, I adjusted the logo. It's on the back at the bottom, so I wanted it to be different. So go check those out. I actually did get a hitch. It wasn't the right one, so I fabricated my own. I'll show you. And I drove it around today. It worked fine, so that's pretty awesome. I'll show you what I got working, what I'm working with. It's mostly just for ice fishing. I don't plan on taking it down the road. Down the trail. This is what I come up with. When it hooks right on the back of my sled. And I use this bar because hooking that to the back of the sled obviously lift it up. And with this, doggos coming in. Mom coming through the door. But anyways, yeah. You didn't take Sissy out?
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, so I use this bar and that hooks right onto the sled. Once it's hooked to the sled, this don't move. So pretty cool. It worked out. It'll work to get across the lake. When I was going down the trail, when I first hooked it up, I broke it when I was cutting trees. Yeah, well, I had to check. I had to make sure Mom didn't leave one outside. But usually, Sissy's a rescue dog, so she can't go out without a leash because it's not that she wants to run off. She gets going and she just like, I'm going to go see this and I'm going to keep on going and I'm going to keep going and going and going and gone. See ya. And Cowboy listens, which Pepper's the new dog, so she follows Cowboy everywhere. She don't go nowhere. It's been pretty cool. They're good dogs. Oh man, well definitely, Ethan, if you're not part of my group on Facebook, join that so that you can let me know what happens. Hopefully you win, man, or somebody that you're with wins, and good luck. Keep on naturing for sure. I definitely appreciate everybody coming in. Think of what else is going on. Like I said before, if anybody wants to go fishing at another derby, the Messalonsky Fishing Derby is the 17th of February, and I am going to be there. They invited me down to be their special guest and read off the big fish. So if you want to get in on that one, it's all over Facebook. You can sign up or whatever, and you can see all the prizes and stuff right on Facebook. It's outdoors with Aaron, just like my YouTube channel. Same thing, same picture and everything. And on the only, I guess, a benefit with Facebook is you can contact me through Messenger. So. The leftover rainbows from where have tags on them? I heard that I can't think of the name of it for some stupid reason. In St. Albans. The lake in St. Albans. I can't think of the name of it. Why? I know the name of it, but I can't think of it. But anyways, I heard that they did a contest years ago where they put tags on the fish, and if you caught a certain fish with a tag on it, you won money. And I don't know if the fish are still there. I don't know how long ago it was. Somebody was telling me about it. Sounded pretty cool. I don't know why I can't think of the name of the lake in St. Albans. It's so stupid. I know it. That's what I'm telling you. My memory is horrible with things. I could take my shoes off to go in the house and on the porch, and then be looking for my shoes because I forgot I put them on the porch. Now, was that just during the Derby? So if you caught one now that had a tag on it, would you still get a prize for it? I gotta check that wood stove real quick. All right. So another thing is I have a mail call. If you send me mail, I'll send you back some stickers and stuff. You never know what I might send back. So, I mean, I'm not going to send anything bad, but I do have a few people that have sent me things that I have not sent them anything yet because I'm waiting to make one drop off at the post office so I can make it worth my while, you know what I mean, type of deal. Like Northwoods Outdoors. He sent me a sticker, and I haven't sent anything back yet, but I plan on it. So if you're watching this, I didn't forget about you. But I do plan on doing a giveaway at the end of the month for my Outdoors with Aaron on Facebook for people that post and people that have been active and people that are showing some adventures and stuff. I got a lot of people joining the Outdoors with Aaron on Facebook. People, the thing is that they watch or they look at a video or whatever. If it's a YouTube video and you're liking it on YouTube, I can understand not liking it on Facebook. But I mean, if you check something out and you actually liked it, then why not hit that like button? Just especially for other people, not just me, whoever's on there. It's my group on Facebook is for everybody. I like to see other people's adventures. It gives me something to watch. It's hard, when you're getting into having like the subscribers that I'm getting to now. It's like I can't subscribe to every YouTube channel. I can't watch every single YouTube channel. There's just not enough time in the day. I try to cycle through and look at new channels that have subscribed to me and comment and stuff like that. But I just can't. I got 7,000 subscribers. I mean, I can't watch 7,000 videos that people are posting every day. You know what I mean? So, but I try to do my best. All right, I'll send you the bad stuff. I'll send you, like, after we fillet a fish, I'll send you the carcass. Easy. Yeah, Indian pond. Yeah, that's what it is. Josh. Ethan said, I'm going to head out. Got a big day tomorrow, but you have a great night and good luck on your trip. And I'll definitely send some pictures and videos to the group for sure. I appreciate that, man, and I'm looking forward to seeing them. And thank you for stopping in and chatting. I appreciate it. I'm going to be on here just a little bit longer to chat with you guys, and anybody who has any questions about where I'm going or anything like that you don't know and want me to fill you in, I'll be happy to do that before I go myself. I got steak, and my mom made a Brussels sprout freaking casserole type of deal. So sounds pretty good, and I want to try it. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate you. And good luck yourself. And good luck to anybody else that's fishing that derby. I appreciate everybody. And I appreciate everybody that's come in. And make sure you hit the like button before you leave. And subscribe if you're not. So I'm going to give it about 10 more minutes. And if nobody has any more questions or anything, then I'll end it. But I got my Eskimo. That's my ice shack. It's an Eskimo 3i. Really great buy. It only fits comfortably like 3 people, maybe 4. But with my table, it gets kind of cramped if you have any more than that. I still got a lot of places I want to go fishing. And after this trip, I'm going to be doing some day trips all over the place. I want to go to Herman. I want to go to a bunch of places up north and a few that I've never fished. So I'll definitely let everybody know when I'm going to go do that. So has anybody got any questions? Anybody? Oh, my mail call, by the way, is the address is P.O. Box 508, Newport, Maine, 04953. You can address it to Aaron, or you can address it to Outdoors with Aaron, whatever you want to do. Not asking for anything special. You don't have to send me a brand new ice auger or something like that, even though I'd love that. But you don't have to do that. Just send a letter. You know, like, I enjoy your channel. I would really like a sticker, and that will give me your address, and then I'll send you a sticker back. Or, like I said, you never know what I might send. I got a lot of treasures that, you know, I've got multiples of, and so if you're a metal detectorist, I might send you some of that. You never know. And like I said before, my PayPal's in the link if anybody would like to help donate towards some of these trips that I'm going to be going on. Other than that, I guess I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate everybody. We'll see you next time. Keep on naturing. Peace. And I appreciate you. Tight lines. We'll see ya. See ya.